Throughout the Bluest eye, we see a lot of lost innocence. Family also plays a large part in this innocence. Children are fragile, and when they are young, family and the surrounding environment have a large impact on the child. Childhood is supposed to be a joyful, guiltless, and full of fun and games, but when something happens that changes all of that, then the child loses all the innocence they once had. The book contains a lot of children of both races. The black girls lose their innocence early on. They learned about their race and self loathing earlier than they should have because of their friends saying how they wanted blue eyes because they did not see themselves as beautiful. This shows the loss of innocence because as a little girl, you should see yourself as beautiful, and most of all, you should see the whole world as beautiful. And when you lose a sense of what's beautiful, then you lose that aspect of your childhood. When connecting the book to other texts that include the loss of innocence in children, we went to the book To Kill a Mockingbird. We connected these two because in that book, a young boy named Jem realized that not everybody was a good person. A guy named Tom Robinson was found guilty, and he also saw that everybody loses their innocence, and people will always change even if it's not for the best. We are able to connect this back to the Bluest eye because all young kids should have the thought that everyone is good and that the world is beautiful and all is good in the world. But when you witness something and see something that proves that wrong, you lose the innocence that you thought you once had. These two connect because they both lost the innocence they once had about how good the world is or is not. Another connection we found was to Forrest Gump. When a kid is bullied, they lose their innocence because they realize how cruel people can be and they hear awful things that people can say. In Forrest Gump, Forrest begins getting picked on because he cannot fight back for himself. He has leg braces and he cannot run away from the boys bullying him, and even when he tries, they ride their bikes after him. In The Bluest Eye, we see that a young girl is being bullied, simply because she is a girl and she is an easy target. In both of these circumstances, you see that two people who can't stick up for themselves being bullied. They saw that people are cruel and will not stop being so cruel even if you can't stick up for yourself, which means they lose the innocent thought about how good people are. The final connection that we have is about the book The Catcher in the Rye, where in this book another main theme is innocence but in a different way. In this book, they are trying to protect the innocence. In The Bluest Eye, it almost seems as if they're trying to take the innocence away as soon as they can. Jane, from The Catcher in the Rye, was sexually advanced by her stepfather. The guy she is friends with does his best to make sure that she stays as innocent as she can be. Her father, and it is seen that she lost all innocence then, and her dad did not seem to care that he stripped away that innocence. We made this connection because that in both books you see that these girls lose their innocence because of something sexual, which is not very innocent. In one book, they are trying to keep the innocence best they can, and in the other, the innocence is being pushed farther away. In The Bluest Eye, it is seen that children can very quickly be ripped away from their childhood and the innocence that comes with it. They are then forced to see the harshness of the world. They see that the world is not totally kind. This is seen in many other texts as well, and it can affect them for the rest of their life. It can leave a lasting impact on the children, and the innocence can be stripped away quickly.